Hey guys! Hey guys! Today I'm going to be talking all things MSC cruises. The funny thing about all things MSC cruises is I haven't had the pleasure of getting on one yet. But man, I think it's been around, gosh, it's been over 15 years ago that I remember when the first I didn't even. No, that's crazy. I'm getting on here and I'm talking to you guys about it, but I didn't even look it up. But when the first MSC ship first came into the U.S. market, I remember seeing those Schwarzschild staircases, and I'm like, OMG, I gotta get on there, y'all, just for the staircases. I was like, I ain't care what else the cruise did. We gotta go on MSC because that staircase, beautiful. Oh, the bling bling. I'm like, that's the shit for me. But I never booked. So here we are now. Now I'm like scrounging. It's like, oh my God, we've got so many things on the books, just as far as business wise and all the stuff. And, we've got some other cruises booked. And I'm like, oh my God, and here we are, guys. It's almost June. Can you believe it? 2025? Oh my gosh, where did the time go? What are we doing here? But, okay. Y'all know I can get off script. And so now that's why I'll read my disclaimer. I'll read it to provide you all with the most information possible. I may refer to my notes periodically. Okay, let's get the formalities out of the way. I want to thank you guys for taking the time to tune in. And I hope that everyone has been having a beautiful, blessed week. It's Friday! Okay, with that being said, now I know I said periodically I was going to be you're looking at these notes, guys. Okay, with the way that my brain is on the AARP mode right now, periodically will be probably more often than not. Sidebar. I am currently looking for teleprompters. I'm doing my research to find out which will be the best. If I should do an app, if I should, purchase one. If anybody out there can recommend one that they're using, with this content creating and all that, you have to have all the things. And another thing I would like to say is, you guys have been rocking with me with, doing all of the stuff that I do when we're, traveling, going places. Y'all have been rocking with me. Now that we're prestigious journeys, it's a little different. So yes, we are new to the business side of it's always been a pleasure, which still I can't say that it's not a pleasure because the content that I try to get out to you all, I was doing some reflecting on yesterday and I happened to write something out, just my pleasure and not only what we do, but the pleasure that I get from providing this, service for my clients. It's not just about me. You guys you just don't know. I count it all joy, just to be on, just to cruise and not only cruise, but, just living life and just sharing because there's so much that's going on, but back to all things MSC cruises. See, that's why you have notes so that you can stay on task. Okay, let's get at it. Before MSC began operating cruise ships, they were the Mediterranean Shipping Company, and they focused on cargo ships. You may have seen some of the MSC logos out at sea, dated from back I think it was the 1970s. They entered in to the cruise market back in 1988, and as MSC Cruises, and they're a European cruise line, and they right now, guys, MSC is offering the best pricing on the market. And they currently have 24 ships in their operating fleet. Now, MSC does offer a status match program. It allows loyalty members from other travel companies to transfer their benefits and receive comparable, if not even better, privileges for your MSC sailing. You just have to fill out the form, submit it, or as your TA, I can fill that form out for you and submit it. Now, when booking, MSC has what they call experiences. Bella, which is their most economical, they call it their best available rate. Now, the Bella experience leaves the cabin choice and your dinner choice up to MSC to assign for you. Now, as far as the cabin choice, that's what other cruise lines consider guarantee, like a guarantee cabin. This rate also, as I stated, it also has them choose your dining time. There are 2 set dining times, but with the Bella rate, they choose it for you. Now, the next one is Fantastica. Now, that offers all the benefits that the Bella rate does, but it also provides you the advantage of booking your own cabin and requesting your set dinner time, whether it be the late or the early. You can go ahead and choose that instead of them choosing it for you. And it also offers free in-room breakfast. And it will provide you with exclusive, pre-cruise offers. So that is one. That's the most popular. Now, they also offer the Aria and the Yacht Club. Now, the Aria comes with, I do know that the Aria, there's some benefits. It's going to offer, of course, what the Fantastica and the Bella, plus, some more amenities, especially like the spa services. But the Yacht Club, y'all, let me tell you about the Yacht Club. Okay, I'm going off script. I'm not reading. The Yacht Club. The Yacht Club comes with butlers. Now, your butler, when you get to the terminal, that you drop your luggage off, your butler gonna come all the way down to the terminal and get you and escort you on the ship. Then your butler, when your luggage get there, he before you get your luggage, you don't even touch the elevator button. Your butler does that. He gets the elevator. He does all the things. Then when your luggage come, y'all, he gonna unpack your luggage and put all your stuff away for you. And then he gonna pack it up when you get ready to leave. He'll ring that doorbell, because you're gonna have a doorbell in the Yacht Club. You got all the things. And the Yacht Club normally is like it's around maybe 7. They may have like 7 decks, 5 to 7 decks that are just theirs and nobody can get up there with your doorbell. And yeah, it has its own restaurant. And then with the Yacht Club too, you get unlimited drinks. And speaking of drinks, just regular, if you have the drink package, it's 15 drinks per day. Now, that's whether you getting a bottle of water, a soda, a cocktail, or a mocktail, some coffee. All of that is under the 15. But with the Yacht Club, it's unlimited. So it's not limited to the 15 drinks of any of the sorts. So what can I tell you about the Yacht Club? That it does cost. It costs a pretty penny. It's the Yacht Club. It costs some money. But if you get a chance to do it, hey, call me because I'll book you in it. Now, I know, and most of the time, the people say if you're in a yacht club, you don't even, because then you do have, you have access to go down, and amongst the us, the common folk, but most of the time, people say they just want to stay in the yacht club. I got on this ship and I'm just going to stay on these decks that they have appointed me for the yacht club. But if you get a chance, hey, I'm here. I'll book it for you. I'm hoping that when I go on mine, I can get in the yacht club because that's the happening place. Yes. Now, I'm gonna try. Not gonna go into depth with everything that MSC has to offer. Please, if you need more information, feel free to reach out to me. I'm here. I'll provide you with that. Okay. Oh, I do also want to say that, it, you know, some people may say MSC, MSC. Now and then some people may say, I haven't heard a lot of good things. MSC was, especially in the beginning, they did get a bad rap. And that was due to their food, their customer service, and some of the entertainment. Now, don't get me wrong, they do have good entertainment. But it's not like some of the other like big production kind of things, as some other cruise lines. But they do have good entertainment, like day and night. There's always activities, for you to do. Now, and then as far as the customer service and the food, remember I said that this is a European shipping company, so they were based, they do things different. Their customer service is different. Where we're like, oh, your dining waitress or waiter, they come and they chit chat it up with you, and they see you, your cabin steward. They say, oh, hi Michelle, how are you? How was today? What are you gonna do? The customer service is maybe hi, and make up their bed. So they're the staff, the crew, they're really getting more. It's just becoming better and better, of course, because they are now they're marketing to the North American market. So with that being said, especially with this new ship, World America. Oh my God, y'all, that came out last month. The inaugural sailing for that was last month. Oh, game changer. And as a matter of fact, I believe that one of their things is that they have the longest slide at sea. They currently hold that. That's what they got. And I did post a video. I reposted a video that MSC had put out, and it was regarding, the little people, the little cruisers. So I will say that, it's so great, what they're doing, even for the kids, and what the sections that they have. And of course, some of the big kids, you got slides. That's big kids, we want to do things too. So they do have a lot to offer. Okay, now, embarkation. Other cruise lines, they allow you to bring two bottles of wine on board. Not MSC. And MSC also doesn't allow you to bring soda or water. But if you do have, I did just have to kind of do something with that, as far as bringing on water. If you do have like a special need or something like that, there is a form that you can fill out, and they ask you to do that like 30 days prior to your sail date, that you fill out this form. If you need to bring, if you only can drink a certain kind of water, or you have to bring your insureds or something like that, they do have a form that you fill out. And again, they ask you to do that 30 days prior to sailing. And then, they approve that. If you booked on and you're supposed to go next week, we, have to get the form in as soon as possible. As a travel advisor, I would call and just say, hey, my client, they have submitted this form, can you push it through because they're getting on the ship next week. So as soon as you book, the sooner if you have to have, there's something that you need to bring on, or you have some special needs of some sort, fill that form out, get it into them so that they have that, and that will also help for your cruising to just go as good as possible. Okay. Trying to think anything else about embarkation. Okay, if I think of it, I'll throw it in there. Again, activities. Now, activities that you may want to prepare for before going is that they have a white party. White night, white party. So bring your white. And your gala night. Now, MSC calls it gala night. Most cruise lines now, they have done away, especially if they're not a luxury. And MSC is, I think they're more on the lines of a premium cruise line. They're ranking there with, with the other cruise lines. But they have what you call a gala night. Now, it's up to you. If you want to dress to the nines, hey, do you. Dress to the nines. But now it's not so much, and especially because, MSC does offer different sailing points. What I mean is they have a 3-nighter, a 4-nighter, a 5-nighter. They, I think I've seen 21 nights, So it's up to you, if you want to get on there in the 3-nighter and then they have that, the gala night, and you want to dress up, and if you want to put on your tails and your cocktails, you do that. But, most of the time now, and I find myself, it used to be when I first started cruising, that was like the bee's knees. Man, we're going to get dressed up. But then I realized, it's like as if though we never dressed up. Because, you hear some people, that's the only time I get my husband to dress is when we're going to cruise. And he's like, oh, because you're going to take all the pictures and do all the things. Well, now, I would say that I'm a seasoned cruiser. 39 cruises under my belt, and got a few more for this year. Now, cruising is different for me. I just want to get on there and have a good time and eat, and that's it. So I'm not into, the hoopla of just taking all the things and dressing up. Sometimes now the buffet is okay for me at night for dinner. Don't have to go to the dining room. But like I said, it's totally up to you. They also have, like I said, and again, like I said, you can dress to the nines or just evening chic, like you're going to a wedding or a nice restaurant. If you want to, the gentleman, if you want to wear a sports coat, that's up to you. Ladies, a nice dress, a nice pantsuit, nice slacks or something. My husband now, really, he puts on a polo, a nice pair of casual dress shoes. Feet are comfortable. Me now, it's not even a heel. Crocs make some nice dress shoes, and I can put those on and keep it moving with your nice dress, and that's that. So it's up to you how you want to do it. Totally up to you. They also offer a tropical and a 70s, 80s night. Now, again, that is up to you. If you think you want to bring something for 70s, dress your 70s, 80s, that's fine. One thing about it, what I like about, cruising or, just taking it, it's up to you. You will see some people that do all the things, and then you'll see some people they're comfortable, and that's just it. That's all they want to do. They just came on here to rest and relax, eat good, have somebody make up their cabins, in which I'll get to a few other pointers a little bit later before I finish up and wrap up. But yeah, just do you. It's a cruise. It's a vacation. Enjoy yourself. Okay, one important thing. Please make sure that you download the MSC app on your phone before the cruise. The sooner you do it, the better. One of the things about the app is it will do things like it's going to help your check-in process. It's going to help your pre-boarding stuff. You can go and look at your muster drill. I mean the video for the muster drill. That is, you can have that part done before you get on the ship, and that kind of takes down the time to do that sort of thing when you get on the ship. Then also another thing that the app, you can start to look at what shows are going to be, so that you can kind of maybe if you're a pre-planner, hey, they're going to have the comedy night on second night, and it's at 9 o'clock. I want to make sure that I'm going to get all the shows, and then you can look at the menus to see if do I want to eat, in the dining room, or maybe I want to go to the Lido, the buffet, and eat there, because you can see all that. And like I said, all the little pre-boarding stuff that you want to do, it just allows for that. So, download your app and get the party started. Okay. Purchasing things like specialty dining packages, drink, internet, pre-cruise. If you purchase those things pre-cruise, most likely you're going to get their best available rate purchasing it pre-cruise. Sometimes, yes, when you get on the ship, they will have some specials, but you're going to get the best rate when you purchase these things pre-cruise. They're going to be, the price point is to your advantage. Now, another thing that you can do is with most cruise lines, when you go and book your cabin, there is a cabin rate, which is cruise only, or there's a rate that includes and for MSC, it includes your drink and your Wi-Fi. Now that is going to be your basic drink package and basic Wi-Fi, but sometimes that's all some people need, and you can, upgrade when you get on the ship. If you want to go to the premium, you can do that. Sometimes those rates, and what I found with MSC, and I think it's good for MSC, I think pre-purchasing that, bundling it all together, to me, that gives I think they do offer it at a good rate. And so, because, most of the time now, when you get on a cruise, I don't know, the drinks could cost anywhere up to $20, So it depends and that's if you're doing the alcoholic beverages. But if you're not a drinker per se, or, as far as cocktails, but if you load up on mocktails too, you're still going to be doing that, and that's every time you purchase, and it's plus gratuities. So you have to weigh the pros and the cons. If you don't think that you're going to drink 15 things a day, and you just want to drink the tea and the lemonade, okay, just drink the tea and the lemonade. All right. Let's see. Oh, ice cream is important. Ask Willie Lewis. Now, I'm going to say this. What I have seen, some people say that the ice cream is free. The soft serve ice cream is free. Of course, gelato is going to cost you, it's going to have a charge. But I have seen some content that has said that the ice cream is free. The soft serve ice cream is free. But then I've seen some content that has said that the ice cream is, unless you have the drink package. I hope not, because Willie Lewis likes ice cream. So, I will let you guys know. I'll probably, put a little news flash up or something, especially after my first clients go on their cruise next month. I'll have them kind of check that out for me. MSC is great for families. Like I said, I shared a video earlier. They're great for families. Some of their, I think before the World America, I think there was Seashore. and that really centered more around the 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 families. And I'm not sure if Mirabelle, if that was, if that, it does have kid stuff, but they're getting more and more into making sure that they're family friendly. So there's always going to be great areas for the kids. Okay. MSC does provide wristbands. Now, when I say wristband, that will kind of take place of your key card, or as some cruise lines call that, the sign and sale card. So they do have those, and they're waterproof. And you just tap it. You have a wristband, you just tap it, and you can purchase things in the gift shop, or your drinks. Or you want a bottle of water, a soda, or something like that. You can do that. But the only thing about the wristbands, and so that does it does help that you don't have to have your lanyard around your neck all the time. Or I mean, I know some people, they don't like to wear it. To me, I have to. It just needs to be easily accessible for me, just to have the lanyard. But one thing about the wristbands is they will not work though once you're getting off, on and off. No, I'm sorry. Once you do need it when you get off the ship, because you're gonna need it to come back on the ship. When you first go and you check in, and they take your picture, and then you have your key card for that. Ding! So yeah. So in order to get back on the ship, so that you can ding, they can see your face, and like, okay, that's Michelle. You're gonna need that. Mhm. And when you get off the ship, and the wristbands, they are at an additional cost though. But it might be, for some people, it really will be worth it to have it. Um, Especially when you're on the ship and you just don't want to, it's just easily accessible. It's on your wrist. It's on your wrist. All right. Um, just a few things before I touch on MSC's private island. I've got a few notes here that I had said that I would look. I told you about the wristbands. Some notes that I have also just felt. People said that the hot tubs, they're not hot, they warm. So they're a warm tub. I've heard some people say it's a European thing. I don't know. Like I said, the pool areas are great for kids. Oh, and what I do like about MSC right now is that, and this is not just even right now, this is a lot of times throughout the year, MSC offers kids 17 and under sale free. They're always running this special all the time. So that's a good thing. So that's a good promo. That is a good promo code. And a good promo for you going, your kids are sailing, in the cabin with two adults. The kids will sail free, 17 and under. And again, if you can get in that yacht club, that's something. Cabin service is twice a day. The something that you will find with MSC is that the clientele, because of their clientele, you're gonna hear a lot of different languages, and a lot of their like announcements and things like that, they will speak them in a lot of different languages, because still being a European cruise line, they do still have more of a international clientele. So you're going to you may hear announcements made in 5 different languages. Of course, they know this, from their manifest of who's coming on the ship. So, you just never know what you'll hear. They do have a smoking area outdoors, and okay, guys, their casino is smoking. They do have a smoking casino. Okay. They do have a future cruise program. Like I said, for any detailed, more in-depth information that you need, contact me, hit me up, and I can go into that. Oh, they have a senior discount program, which gives you 10% off. And that's for 65 and older. And plus they have and it gives you a little bit more perks. And they have a civil service and a military discount. Um, and then, of course, as all cruise lines, you become a MSC Voyager. So you'll be in the Voyagers Club. So that'll help keep track of, your points or so forth that, you'll be offered different promotions. Okay. Now I'm going to just touch on, this is going to be kind of my last bit of information. And I'll touch on MSC's private island. Okay, it's called Ocean Cay. And MSC's private island is more of a nature preserve. What I mean is that, some private islands that you go to, they have so much, they're just filled, it's just every little spot. But MSC, it is preserving the nature. So you're going to have more, foliage, every area is not going to be full. Now, with that being said, you will have more foliage, you'll have more trees and this and that, that kind of thing. But it's still not fully all the way developed. So you may not find, but as the years have been going on, it's getting better and better. As far as what people tell you, when you go to Ocean Cay, it's hot. So what I will say too about Ocean Cay is that once you dock, if you try to get out there as soon as you possibly can, because they do have several beaches. There is the main beach that's there. They do offer, and I don't know how many seats that they have, but they do offer the loungers with the umbrellas, and they are free. That's a good thing. So that would be one of the things that would have me to, if we pull into the dock at 7, and once they say clear, okay, I'm out there by 8 o'clock. Get me a lounge chair. They will also offer, private island. They have the barbecue. They have the lunch that's provided out there. If you do have the Wi-Fi package and a drink package, your Wi-Fi and drink you can use that on the island. Now, a little side note about the Wi-Fi. It's a little different. I think you use it differently out on the island. But once you get out, there will be, signage that will, give you instructions on how to connect to the Wi-Fi while you're at land on their private island. There will be, different excursions that you could do out there, water sports and things of that nature. But they have some of the most beautiful beaches, and it's it really is pretty. It's not congested. It's not full of the things. So you'll, be able to enjoy just being at the beach in nature. So that's one of the perks about that. Then they have a lighthouse that is like the staple for MSC's private island. Now, with the lighthouse, if a lot of times with MSC, you are docked, until the later hours. So say especially in the winter, if you don't leave until 6 or 7 and then it's dark and you'll be able to enjoy the lighthouse being lit. And they do have a nice party out there. Especially, I do have right now, if you've been paying attention to my social media, I do have 2 group cruises, as I stated. I don't know if I've already mentioned this, but I do have 2 group cruises that MSC has been so graciously to allow me to open up a few more cabins for me, so that I can, continue to sell them at that. Offer them at that rate. And if you've seen the flyers that I've put out, guys, hey. An interior cabin, 2 people for $600 for a 4-night cruise. And you visit 2 ports of call. And then I have my 7-day, I've got a fall getaway, and then I've got that 7-nighter. So just I will be reposting those as well, to, kind of let you see. The 4-nighter, I do have it split in. If you do it without the drink package, without the drink and the internet, I have a pricing for that. And then with the drink and the internet, I have a pricing for that. And I think the prices are really good. They're really, really good. Again, now, one of the 7-nighter, that's the one that it's going to, visit the Mexican territories. But then it also goes to their private island, and it's a overnight stay. Now, I think that is I like that about MSC. So that means that there's going to be a beach party, because you get there, say you get there at 7 o'clock on Monday, it's 7 o'clock in the morning on Monday, but you don't leave until midnight on Tuesday. So, you can get all on and off the ship, walk on the beach and all that good stuff, And then they have that beach party and the lighthouse lighting. That is, I can't wait to just visit, just to do the private island, because I think, and I do want to do an overnight stay for that when we get the chance to go out there and do MSC. But I think that is a perk. Most of the times, people don't think of, the private islands as prime destinations, but I take it that way because it's a relaxing day. And for the majority of the time, when you go out there, it's not a lot of nickel and diming because it is their private island. So just go out there, look at my flyers. If you want to book with me, we're here. Okay, guys. I was hoping to keep this under 30 minutes. Of course, I went off script a little bit, but thank you for tuning in. Again, if you need, I'm here for all your booking needs. Just contact me. I can send you my business card, so that you would always have all my information. A lot of times on my flyers, I don't post my telephone number. I just haven't done that yet. But if you inbox me, I will send you, like I said, I'll send you my business card. You'll have all my information. It's on there. Or I'll inbox you my number if you want to, speak to me. Then you can always, email me, and that's at livethetravel4life@gmail.com. And that's livethetravel4life@gmail.com. And then my website is Shell, CHELLE, Lewis, .intellitravel.com. So that's Shell Lewis, CHELLELEWIS .intellitravel.com. And that is my website. You can, if you want to just go on my website and you want to book something, a cruise, yes, I am the cruise specialist, but you can go on there, you can book hotels, you can, whatever it is that you need, go to my website, all travel, all things, it's there. If you don't want to pick up the phone or contact me, go to my website and you can book it on your own. I'll have the notification, and there we go. All right, guys. I did keep this under an hour. Yay, me. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. Again, I do appreciate you all for, going on the journey with me, and especially new doing the things. And as we grow, we're going to get better and better. And just know this. When I assist you, when I help you book your things, when I'm helping you look for your dream vacations or, whatever your needs are, it is truly a pleasure. I think most of the time I'm as, if not sometimes more excited than you. And so I appreciate you all for trusting me with especially your cruise needs. Cruises is my specialty. That's basically what I'm doing right now. And so whenever you need to book your destinations, I'm here. Prestigious Journeys, we are branching out and, you know, cruising. Sometimes people just think, oh, it's a cruise. But there are some things out there that are going on that is just very, excuse me, that, you know, it ends up being more than a cruise. So if you want to book a prestigious journey, I'm here for you. Thanks again for tuning in. I hope that I covered enough that you can make a decision. You know what? I'll try them out. And of course, your TA, your cruise rush, she gonna get on MSC and she gonna give y'all the tea. But again, I do appreciate you all taking your time out to just listen and let me provide you with information. That's what we're here for. I'm here to book your cruises, but I'm also here to provide you with as much information about the cruise line, whatever it is that you need for your dream vacation or just your next vacation. We're here. Thanks again. All my contact information is always across social media. Go out there and look at the cruises that I do have right now for MSC. And if you want to hop on, give me a call and I'll assist you with it. Thanks again, guys, for tuning in. Smooches.